Today we're taking a look at the Wyze Cam version 3. It's got a lot of improvements compared to version 2. We're going to be going over its features, taking a look at some demos, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So to my surprise, Wyze was working on a Wyze Cam version 3. Now I was surprised about this because they're coming out with so many other products. They just came out with the Wyze Outdoor Cam, which is their battery powered camera. And even though it was awesome having a battery in it, it lost a lot of its features like continuous recording. But now with this version here, the Wyze Cam version 3, this one can be used outdoors, so it is weatherproof, and it can be plugged in so you can do the 24/7 continuous recording if you have a micro SD card plugged into it. If we take a look at the side of the box, we've got the typical 1080p full HD. We've got the new IP65 rating for weather resistance, two-way audio, 24/7 recording. So that is going to be if you do have a micro SD card in the camera. We've also got free cloud storage for 12-second video. So it is free cloud storage, but your clips are only going to be 12 seconds long, which is pretty unfortunate. And there is a cooldown time of 5 minutes in between each clip. Now, if you need longer recording times to the cloud, Wyze does have their new Cam Plus subscription. It's not that expensive at all, and it allows you to record clips as long as they need to be, and it doesn't have a cooldown period in between clips. So it is something that I would recommend getting if you guys need longer clips. Going over some of the other features, we've also got motion and sound detection. We've got person detection. That is going to require the Cam Plus subscription. We've got full length motion recording, and that is only going to be with the Cam Plus subscription. And that's going to allow you to record more than those 12-second clips. And then we've also got the new colored night vision. Now this right here, the colored night vision is amazing. We'll be getting to some demo clips of that later on. Now that we have talked about the features of this camera, let's take a look at what comes in the box. All right, so here is everything that comes in the box. Here is the camera itself. We've got a slightly new look from the previous models. It's now rounded on the edges. I actually do like this look a lot more. It's got the same looking stand down here that does have a magnet built into it and a screw down here if you want to screw that in. And then we've got the metal plate here. So if you do want to attach that to a wall or something, you can screw this into a wall or use the double-sided sticky tape here to stick that up. We've got a bag of screws and anchors, power brick, and power cable. And then on the back here, if you notice, the power cable doesn't plug directly into the camera anymore. Instead, it comes out here, and this is what is going to keep it weatherproof. So it's got this sleeve on it. You can plug it in there, and that is going to keep this thing weatherproof, which I really appreciate about that. Looks like we have our speakers on the back here, nothing underneath. Looks like a screwdriver in case you need to loosen or tighten the stand there. And that is pretty much it. All right, so now that we have seen what comes in the box, let's get this thing set up. All right, setting up the camera is really easy to do. We're gonna load up the app here in the top left corner. We're gonna click on the plus sign, and then we're gonna click on add a device. From here, we're going to select the camera that we have. So from here, I'm gonna click on Wyze Cam version 3. We're gonna plug in the camera, which I've already done. It's gonna say you're gonna be looking for a flashing red light, which I do have on my camera right now. And then I'm just gonna follow all of the on-screen instructions, get this thing set up, and then we're gonna take a look at what some of the features are in the app. All right, we've got everything now set up in the app. I wanna show you guys some of the features of this camera. The first thing that you're probably gonna notice is that the latency on this camera is amazing. Pretty much every time I do something here, you're gonna notice it here on the screen on the camera and how fast it is. I absolutely love that about Wyze cameras, is that there is no lag time with the image that you're gonna be seeing on the camera right here. It's so different from any of the other cameras that I have tested. But if we take a look here at the app, we've got some options. We've got HD, which is above the picture. We've got our options to do HD, SD, or 360p. Those are gonna be your different image resolutions. I would recommend leaving it on HD. Across from that, up in the top right corner, we have got the little moon with auto. That is going to be for turning your night vision on and off. So leaving night vision mode off and on, here are the different options right here that you can do. I've got it on right now, I've got it off right now, and then I've got it on auto. I'm gonna leave mine on auto. Below that, you can see we've got an option for sound, recording, so recording a clip. We've got the two-way audio, so you can hit the speaker for that. Taking a picture, or we can click on more. This is going to bring up things like motion tracking, which you can see a green thing moving around on the screen. If I turn that off, that'll turn that green box off. We've got time lapse, so you can set up time lapses on here. You're just going to pick a start and end time, and then what you want your intervals to be. So you can go seconds, minutes, hours, and days. And I believe you can go all the way up to, oh my goodness, I guess as far as you want to go. Let's see how far this goes up. 400 days, give me a break. Okay, but anyway, that is what you can set up with time lapse. I'm gonna go ahead and back out of there, go back to more. You can set up a siren, so this does have a built-in siren. Let's listen to that right now. So that is what the internal siren sounds like on this camera, and then we can turn the camera off right here too. I'm gonna close that. Up in the very top right corner, we've got a little gear icon that is going to bring us into the settings. So I just want to hit on a couple of these. You can change the name. We've got event recording. These were both turned off by default. So I went ahead and I turned on detecting motion. So it will record when it detects motion. We've got our different notifications right here. You can turn those on and off. We've got our detection settings. So you can set up detection zones. If you want it to just detect motion in certain zones, you can set that up right there. I'm gonna back out. We've got our alarm settings. So cool thing about these cameras is that they can pick up CO2 and smoke alarms. So if it hears any of those going off, you will get notified through the Wyze app. Let's go ahead and back out of there. And then we've also got our advanced settings. So I do have an SD card in this camera right now, which is why this top portion here is active for me to use. Otherwise it would be grayed out, but it says I have local recording. I have it set to continuous recording, so it's going to record 24/7. You can set it up for just event-based recording. And then managing your SD card, you can just see how much room is left. If the card does get full, it will delete the oldest stuff first and then just keep recording. So you don't have to worry about getting the card full and no more recording. It'll just roll over. Night vision mode, so we've got auto on and off, so just a different way to do it. Night vision conditions, we have got dusk and dark, so depending on which one you like there. We've also got the night vision IR lights, so we've got a few different options here. We've got far, if you want the IR night vision to see something that is far away. We've also got the near option right here, which is going to see things a little bit closer. It's gonna have a different wavelength right there, and then you could just turn it off altogether. I'm gonna go ahead and keep mine on far. Back out of there. Going down here, we can see all of our other camera status, rotation, timestamps, logos, record sound. I'd recommend keeping that on if you want to hear what's going on, and then sync time. Backing out of there, we've got different things like schedules, automations. You can share this camera with other people. We do that with grandparents because we do use one of these as a baby monitor. So grandparents can spy on the grandbabies. So we do have sharing set up on those cameras. Got device info and then Wyze support. Okay, now that we have gone through all of the features of this camera right here, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the demo shots.
All right, we're testing out the camera right now, so it is a beautiful day outside. I have noticed on the camera, just listening to the live view, there's kind of a weird pop or crackle to it. There's nothing going on outside that would cause that noise. There's no noise going on at all. But I did notice there was a weird kind of crackle and pop. I'm curious if it's going to end up being on the recording here. But this is what it looks like during the daytime. We'll also take a look at what it looks like when it's doing its normal night shot, and then also that new colored night vision. So let's take a look at that. Okay. All right, so the sun has gone down. We actually have some rain clouds out here, but this is what it looks like now with no sun, just to give you guys a different perspective. Next, Emmy and I are going to test out night vision. Night vision and also the regular night vision, right? So we have got the night vision turned on right now. You guys can see us right now. It is turned off. Let's go ahead and turn on the color night vision. Also, one thing to mention, pitch black out here. We've got a Christmas tree in that window with some spotlights under the tree behind us. But other than that, it is completely dark out here. This is what the night vision looks like. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the colored night vision. Okay, but this is what the colored night vision looks like with this camera. Completely dark out here. Like I said, we can't see anything. We've got some stuff going on behind us, but as far as in front of us, nothing going on right now. So this is what the true night vision looks like with this camera. So if you do have lights on in the house or something coming on outside, you're going to be able to see a lot better. In fact, let me turn on the lights in the house and we'll take a look at what this camera looks like with a little bit of lighting. All right, we now have the lights turned on in the house, so this is what it does look like. With some lights turned on in the house, you guys can probably get a better idea of what a normal shot would look like and not be outside.
All right, what did you guys think of those demos? I thought that the audio definitely still needs some work. It was not the best, kind of cut out a bit. In one of those scenes, the audio was not matching up with the video, but other than that, everything else seemed pretty good with it. I know that all the demos that I did were outside demos. If you guys want to see some inside demos and just another opinion, I would recommend checking out the video that Smart Home Solver did. I'll link it up above if you guys want to check out his video. I highly recommend it. Now, one thing with Wyze cameras is that they never claim to be security cameras. They're just Wyze Cams. So for an actual security camera, if you guys want a good quality, reliable camera, you're probably gonna wanna spend more money than these $20 cameras right here. But for monitoring a situation, if you wanna monitor your kids as a baby monitor or as a pet monitor for being at home, or just keeping an eye on the yard, or just things going on, this camera cannot be beat. A $20 camera that is putting out this kind of quality for you to peek in on, to see if your kids are sleeping or taking in their naps, or if your pet is at home tearing up the furniture, this camera is absolutely fantastic. But for $20, these are fantastic cameras. I've been a long time Wyze Cam user. I've got 7 of their cameras going all the way back to their version 1 of the Wyze Cam. And I got the version 2, we have outdoor cams, and not only that, but I have also their other products. I've got the Wyze Sense, which are their motion sensors and door and window sensors. I've also got their Wyze plugs and their Wyze bulbs. All of them are fantastic products. They all work so well together in their app, being able to set up different automations. I absolutely love these cameras, and if you guys are looking into the Wyze products, I would highly recommend it. If you guys have any questions about the camera that I didn't answer in this video, leave it in the comments below. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.